Hey everyone, thanks so much for joining me for Chronicles in Collecting, where I'm going to take a look at the Soul of Chogokin GX-97 Combat Giant Daileon from MegaBeast Investigator Juspion, a live-action series that ran for 46 episodes from March of 1985 through March of 1986. This figure came out in October 2021 and retailed for 18,700 yen, or about $150 US. It retailed in the US shops for about $200. I'm really digging this retro-style box and cannot wait to get it open. So I think this one's going to be a fun one. I waited a little bit too long to pre-order this, so the only place it was available was on Amazon. Unfortunately, all the reviews on Amazon were people complaining that it came broken in shipment. There were only 2 reviews, but they both kind of gave the same thing, so I have no idea what I'm getting into here. May just have to stop this video if it's broken. Who knows, but let's find out. So specifically the piece that is typically broken are the little like machine guns on the helmet. So that will obviously be the first thing that I am interested in checking out. All right, and the verdict so far, they look good. It looks like we got a good one. All right, let's take a look at this guy in a little bit more detail. So this is a pretty bare bones Chogokin figure. It's fairly small for the Chogokin line. You know, I'm thinking of like, like the Megazord or the Gao Gaigar, which are these like humongous things. And this one is definitely bigger than a Robot Spirits, but it's probably more like in the 6 or 7 inch, not like the 12 kind of inch, but there's a lot of metal on it. Just taking a look at these guys, the machine guns there. But yeah, a lot of nice detail. It's very, very heavy. This hip joint seems to be, oh, there we go. Nope. So that's good. I think it's a little disappointing as far as Chogokin releases go. Let's just put this guy over here for the time going. There's not a lot of accessories. You kind of got this guy. And the main reason that I got this figure is that it just sort of looks like one of the shows that VR Troopers was based on. If anyone ever watched VR Troopers, it was like this 90s show that kind of aired with Power Rangers. It was also based on a number of Japanese series. One of them is from the same line of series that this guy is coming from. And I figure that's probably the closest we're going to get to a VR Troopers, Soul of Chogokin. As far as accessories for this figure, again, pretty bare bones. There's just a stand here, and the stand is only for this thing in its like spaceship mode, and then there's just sort of 3 hands, and you got the instruction booklet. But yeah, so at the $200 price point, it's a little disappointing. That's a slightly smaller figure, and it doesn't really have all these accessories, but it is a really nice high quality figure. The detailing is quite nice, and you can tell there's a lot of metal. And on the bright side, mine didn't come broken, so I got that going. I'm going to pose this guy real quickly. I'm probably not going to bother doing the spaceship mode because that seems like it's probably going to be a lot of work, and I honestly just don't want to do that right now because I'm not particularly interested in that pose. But I'm going to pose this guy real quickly, and I will be back in a few minutes. All right, and we are back. So we get some final thoughts on this guy. Like I said, I did not attempt the transformation mode. He transforms into like this like ship thing, and there's a stand for the ship, but I wanted him kind of in this mech form and kind of having a similar pose as the little VR Trooper guy, who I know is not a VR Trooper, but close enough. But yeah, this is a nice figure. I think it's a little expensive. At $200, I think at $150 I'd be a lot more comfortable buying this, but at least it is still available on Amazon, and there's a 1 out of 3 chance that you'll get one that isn't broken based on the 3 data points that I have. It's pretty posable. It's not the most posable thing, but it is a very kind of dense figure. You can feel there's a lot of metal. Kind of like oddly, there's only 3 hands, so you could only keep the sword in the right hand, which, again, might be like accurate to the show, which I've never seen, but it seems like it wouldn't have killed them to, insert a left hand. But, all in all, pretty nice figure. A little disappointed that it's, not kind of taller, but, it might be to scale to other figures. I'm not 100% sure how the Soul of Chogokins actually do scale, or if they kind of scale at all. I don't know if they're going to revisit this line. In the booklet, there's this like cool picture of this like cool like Darth Vader guy. I'll edit it in later. That's like fighting him. I guess he must be like his enemy or something like that. That one would be pretty cool. So I'd love to see that. I'm not 100% sure what they're kind of doing with the Soul of Chogokin line. They did go past 100 into 101, and they've done like a 101X or something, but still hasn't been any word on a 102. So maybe this guy's Darth Vader. Nemesis or whatever, could be 102. Anyway, thanks so much for checking out this video. If you enjoyed it, I'd really appreciate a like or subscribe. I'm doing anime reviews that are going up on Tuesday, and then I'm going to do figure reviews on Fridays, and probably, 2 or 3 times a month I will try to do a bonus figure review of something kind of that's been sitting on my shelf. I actually have some pretty exciting stuff that I'm looking to open, so definitely look forward to that. Thanks so much, and keep collecting.